Yo, 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 yo. It's your time again. Now we're gonna do real talk gospel, and we're gonna talk about Scientology, and we're just gonna talk about that itself. So, um, you're gonna do. We're gonna listen to episode 34 on Real Talk Gospel. It's gonna be about Scientology. So let me tell you, do anybody know what Scientology is? So we're gonna go over and we're gonna go over a few steps, and I'm gonna explain to you the dark side of Scientology. Now, everybody knows what it does to people and what it have been doing to people and ruin people's lives all day long. And I feel sorry for the people. And it's so many things happen. And we're gonna go ahead. So let's get started. Scientology started in 1960 by Mr. Hubbard. He was the CEO and the co-founder of Scientology. So Scientology was a multi-billion-dollar business and has been all over the world and then building and builds so many places. It's a it's a church that supposed to solve all your problems, and come find out the place giving people made their lives live in hell later on down the line. And the thing about Scientology is Scientology was one of the place that supposed to change your behavior and supposed to tell them all your problems. So a couple people, a couple celebrities, they had the celebrity wars. So it could be Christy, John Travolta, Tom Cruise, and Scientology was one of the places that people been going to, and come find out it was run by billion-dollar business, and and do and cope and have a place, and not only a business, it's also a cult, which is means a house of torture. Hit the like button. So I'm gonna go over to Scientology, and Scientology was the places where it's a popular place, is worldwide, ran all over the UK, the all over all over the world. But the corporate office is in here in California. And and it was a thing that people wants to attend those places because your life needed them. But one thing is, it's a bunch of greed. They take your money, and taking your money, and come find out these people been stealing your money the whole time. And where this place, and I'm gonna tell you another place, this place also separate families from each other, and separate places about 9% from. So Scientology started in 1950 by the author L. Ron Hubbard. It's like a religion, a cult, a business, and new religion moment. So we're gonna go over here, and we're gonna go over here, and we're gonna go to. We're gonna go over here. Why do people go in there and gonna call themselves a place where court judgment, where people been manipulated into the profit making business? And when journalism says about the Scientology, it's a dangerous, number one dangerous place in the world. It's most likely evil. It's telling you that certain stuff you cannot do and certain stuff you can do will make you lose your family, and your family don't want to have nothing to do with you, will turn your family against you. That's what they does. Hit the like button. So I'm going to tell you and explains to you what the definition and classification, which means that he knows and he runs the business. So Scientology located, the headquarters located in LA, in Hollywood. So keep up in mind, the church has been convicted in 19 in convicted of spying and criminal breach of trust. And so it's in Toronto in 1992, and they convicted in fraud in France in 2009. So what we gonna talk about is he was a fraud, a big fraud. He ruined so many people's lives. It's a shame. Now, this one man lost his wife. They lost his wife. His wife been missing for 10 years. And when they went out there to Yorba Linda, California, to this cabin, when they went up there, when the media went over there, they didn't come outside. They trying to locate this woman, most likely. And another incident where Scientology had this man was attending Scientology, and he turned his daughter and son against him, their own father. And what they do is they will turn them against their father. Don't want to have nothing to do with them because the manipulation and the brainwashing they put in them kids, and them kids been poisoned. They've been poisoned, these kids. And they start out, I'm gonna tell you one thing, it started out when they will come and get you since birth. They start out real young so they can grow up into the religion. And they will have, you'll be missing, they will have the thing called a prison. It was a prison down underneath that when they send these people to. So they part of the government as well. So since information Scientology groups has been generated considerable opposition of currency, this including death and practitioner under the Church of Scientology care, several incidents of extended criminal activities of allegations of forming inheritance of exploitation of forced abortions. They was forcing when a woman gets pregnant and she 10 to 1, they will make her get an abortion. They were forcing her. Now you not. She want to get rid of. She don't want to get rid. She want to keep her baby. So they would say to tell her to get an abortion, or if you don't get an abortion, you evil, you this and you that. They will play. They will put stuff in your head. Same thing what they did this to this guy when they got him signing some paper. Oh, you evil. You did this to the team. You turning your back on the family. You turn your back on this. These are manipulation that this company put in these people's head. Right now, I'm getting sick of it. 100%. When you go out of your way, I'm come to you. I came to you to ask you for help, but now you manipulate me. You manipulate me, and you got me got me going around doing this something that I don't even want to do. And why is that? Because people being brainwashed and manipulated and sodomized by this cult church. Hit the like button. Now, false religions. This one ain't nothing but a false religion, a false prophet, because Scientology have so many incidents, and they have the U.S. government has they had all types of methods. So yes, and they lies constantly. So now they have that down. They have this spy called the Squirrel Busters. I'm gonna tell you about a squirrel buster. A squirrel buster. Let me explain to you what a squirrel buster is. A squirrel buster is the company sending these people out here with cameras, and they have those T-shirts with your face on there. Tell them that you a sick person, you this and you that. They will. What they trying to do? They is dragging your name to the mud. They will have your shirt with your face crossed out, and have people thinking you this person and you that person. Now I'm gonna tell you this another one incident. This one woman, she was doing in the business too. So when it was a husband and wife. When the wife, they went, they had brought some sex toys to this woman's job. Went over and humiliated her. Took sex toys to her job. Took sex toys to her job. And got that woman fired from her job. And this other and a dude and a husband, they followed him and ran him off the road, trying to kill him. That's and I'm telling y'all, do not attend to this damn church. Do not attend to it. The church is not a church. It's the devil's church. Do not deal with that church. I'm gonna have to tell you this. I have to tell you all these dark sides of Scientology one time. Now, I'm gonna tell you how this flyer look. The flyer look like a movie ticket. It's the size of a movie ticket. One of them old movie tickets from years ago, they'll give you a big old ticket, look like a movie ticket. So what they do is they have books. They have people that sit outside in front of the main malls or the main spots where they have those two metal rods they want you to hold and want to tell you about your problems. And Now read that. Now read that. The organization was considered a cult of Chile and an anti-constitutional in Germany. So they was treating those people like they in prison. They had a prison for these people to send them to. They would work them. They would do. They would treat them people like slaves. I'm talking about it from a teen to adult. They will treat these people like slaves. They harass you, come to your job, spying at your house. They will spy at your house. They will watch your house. They have people across the street of where you live at and start taking pictures and start spying at your house. Because these things here, these things here, these things here don't supposed to take place. This is supposed to be a legitimate place. So now they treat this place like you this and you evil. They will satirize other people to turn against you. Hit the like button. They will turn other people against you. So now, why I'm gonna tell you this: would you put your faith in God, or you wanna if you wanna go to a regular church, you could talk to a pastor, a deacon, or you could talk to a church member about your situation. But do certain stuff you don't tell your partners. Certain stuff you don't tell them to. Under no circumstances. But I'm telling you now, Scientology do not attend to it. Never attend to it. And I'm going to tell you why attend to it. These are the reasons why. And they got into the fight with the IRS so much, IRS gave up. Now let me get something to you here. The Church of Scientology has often generated oppositions due to a strong arm tactic directed against critics and members wishes to leave the organization. So people wants to leave the organization, but when they leave, they're the stalking is. A minority government regards that the religious organization entitled to tax-exempt status, while other governments variously classify it was a business cult, a criminal organization. They're a bunch of criminals. I already knew already. In 1957, the Church of Scientology of California was granted tax-exempt status by the United States Internal Revenue Service. And so for the time where other local branches of the organization, in 1958, however, the IRS started a review of the appreciationist of the status. In 1959, Hubbard moved to England, remaining there until the mid-1960s. In 1967, the IRS removed Scientology tax-exempt status, asserting that the activities were commercial and operate of the benefit of Hubbard rather than charitable or religious purposes. In the mid-1960s, the Church of Scientology was banned in certain Australian states, started with Victoria in 1965. And it was banned based on Anderson report, were also found in audit process involved command hypnosis, in which of hypnosis assumes positive authorities control over the patient. On this point, the report stated, so Scientology was banned in Victoria, Australia in 65. So they don't want Scientology in that country. They didn't want it in that country, even though the stuff was going on. It's certain countries like North Korea. North Korea is one of them. They don't want Scientology in North Korea. There's some countries ban Scientology because of these bad situations that Scientology is bringing these people through. See, me, if I had a country, I'm guaranteed I'd have wanted there. If I run president, if I run governor of Missouri, I do not want Scientology there. If I was running governor in Missouri, I do not want that church in that city, in that state, ever. I will recommend that those situations got to be tore down and burnt down to the ashes. If it's two cities, if it's St. Louis or Kansas City, or Independence, Missouri, or if it's in Columbia, Missouri, or Arnold, Missouri, they're going to have to be burnt down. Simple as that. It could be in Springfield. It doesn't matter where it's going to be in Missouri. Burn it down. We don't need evil into that state, in my state. Now, it affirms the Constitution of the Board of most Scientology dynastic technicians are those of the authority, telepathy, I can't pronounce that, hypnosis, such as danger. This is a situation is the Australian fate of the Scientology organization was forced to operate under the name of Church of the New Faith, which is a new name. It's a name that, as a result, the name of the practice of Scientology having some illegal in relevant states, certain years of court proceedings aimed at overturning the ban followed. In 1973, the state law banned Scientology of overturned in Victoria, South Australia, and Western Australia in 1983. In the higher courts of Australia, ruled a unanimous decision of the Church of Scientology on document of a religion of deserve of tax exemption. So Scientology been stealing, always being. They will fist fight with the IRS. They will steal your money. They will go in your account and steal what's on your account. They will because they'll ask you what's your card number. You'll write down your card number. Like I said, a church. I'm gonna take some church. It's $1 trillion business between Scientology and Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints. Those are $1 billion business. These people been scamming. They uses the business for their sexual pleasure needs. So right now, it's all coming to the light. It's all gonna come to a light right now. So if you go and say, I'm gonna get enrolled to this, these popular, sometimes those popular churches like Joel Osteen, T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar, you do not want to. It's like they have a big, huge hold on things like this. So I'm gonna tell you about the studies of Scientology. Hub B. Urban write that Scientology the effects to get itself defined as the religion to make it the ideal case. And then they study for thinking of however we must understand the defined religion by Frank K. Finn. So the adjusted professor of the religion that studies at the Washington University of St. Louis wrote that they abundantly clear that Scientology has both of typical forms, a ceremony of celebrity worship that all nuclei of from the spiritual life. So Flynn further states that religion requires belief in something transcendental of ultimate practices, such as rites of code of behavior that reinforce those beliefs, that community that is sustained by both of the American states that Scientology contains that the same element of the same most other religions, including moth, script, doctorate worship, and scared practice of rituals. Most of the ignorant exception of community of believers. Let me get this one thing straight. Scientology, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Don't attend to it. My words, do not attend to it. Do not attend to it. Because you do not have the rights. You do not want to have the energy of life. So by 2014, it was about 30,000 Scientologies for the estimate at a higher level. The Scientology employee Jefferson Hawkins in 2011 was 40,000. They are mostly in the United States, Europe, and South Africa and Australia. Those are the main spots. Because what you trying to pull is, so now they also had Canadian. I'm going to tell you something about the Canadian. The Canadian census revealed 1,215 Scientologists in 1991, 1,525 in 2001, down to 1,400 in 2021. The numbers had dropped. The numbers dropped. So now I'm going to tell you about New Zealand, the Australian. The Australian reported 4,488 Scientologists in 91. We read that already. Now let me see. Did the Canadian? Yeah, we did. The Australia census of 1.41 thousand. I meant to say 1,488 Scientologists in 1996, 2,032 in 2001, and before dropping near 1,700 in 2016. So it drops because a lot of people was leaving. They knew what kind of place this is. They all leaving. Now in New Zealand, the census found 207 Scientologists in 1991, 282 in 2001. So Anderson and Weldorf estimate that were between 2,000 and 4,000 Scientologists in Denmark in 2009. Now, with confirmation, estimate suggests between 500 to 1,000 Scientologists in Sweden. Now, in Germany, government counted 3,600 German members in 2021. Now in France, now is there between 2,000 and 4,000 in France. In 2021, census of England and Wales reported 1,800 Scientologists. So these are the populations of people attending Scientologists. A lot. So it's a lot of it's a number full of people that attend this evil church. It's a numerous number join this evil church. So those people, that's why I had to listen to it. I had to go over things. I had to go over that, and we're gonna talk about this some more because I want to get the righteous things into that people forcing you to do things, Those people been forced. Those people been forced of this evil, conniving church. So I'm telling y'all, ladies and gentlemen, if they pass you a flyer, tear the flyer up. just tear it up, throw it away, put it in the trash, whatever you want to do with it, because it's not it's not good. It's not good for your health. The tension, something that they calling yourself trying to solve your problem, and they making the problem worse. Hit the like button. So, so I'm myself. I believe in God. I believe the Son of Jesus Christ. I didn't get baptized for nothing. I got baptized for a reason, to get close to God, to believe in Him. Put your heart and faith and soul into God. Ain't got to take a church to do that. If you got people that's a church member or they believe in God, you go to a legit church that do legit legal things. All these people made these churches enforcing people to have an abortion. They forced the woman to have an abortion. Then that, so let me give you an estimate. In 2003, now I'm gonna tell you about this. Allegations, then we're gonna start from the top. The Sea Organ originally operated in vessels at the sea where it was understood that it was not permitted to raise the children on board of ships because children hinder adults from performing their virtual assignment. Women who become pregnant that stated that they have been considered pursuit of undergo abortion order and made in sea order. In the Sea Org. In 2003, the Time of India reports forced abortions, beatings, starvation, and considered tools of discipline in the church. So those women will be beaten. If you get pregnant, you will be forced to have an abortion. They'll starve you to death. They'll beat you. They'll do all types of things. And an estimate, a high-ranking source report that was some 1,500 abortions being carried out by women in the Sea organization since the implementation in the 80s, in the late 80s. So all these people were sick. They don't want to, it's like when a person got sick, you can't even go to the doctor. If you got cut, if you got broke your leg, if you want to get an antibiotic, you can't do, you got to just let it burn, let it hurt. You got to let it burn. You got to let it hurt. I'm in pain. Your hand can be bleeding. They'll let it bleed. That's how sick these people are. These people are sick. They very sick people. You can see your family once in a blue moon. Sometimes they can let you see them, and sometimes you can't even see your own mom and daddy at all. At all. Hit the like button. They won't let you see your mama and daddy at all. They force families away from each other, have families turn against you. So please stay out this place. This place is going to go. This place is going to go to hell, most likely, very soon. You'll be missing for a long time, behind this wicked church. Now I'm gonna ask you another one. In March of 2009, Marjorie Bolstad reported the woman that worked in the Scientology headquarters was forced to have an abortion or being declared a suppressive person by the organization management. In March of 2010, a former Scientologist, Jeanette Land, stated that at the age of 20, she became pregnant by her boyfriend while in the organization. And her boyfriend Scientology supervisors considered them and to terminate the pregnancy. We fought for weeks and devastated. I felt abused. I was lost and eventually I gave in. I was my baby, my body, my choice. And all of it was taken away from me by Scientology, said Lee. It was all taken away. They forced this woman to have the abortion. She was pregnant by her boyfriend. Her boyfriend, her boyfriend, Scientology supervisors wanted her to terminate the pregnancy, wanted her to get an abortion. Because, and they's gonna get them, they'll face consequences if they refuse to get an abortion. That's why I'm telling you now, do not attend that church. Do not attend to that church, whatever you do. I love Jesus Christ. He's the Son of God. But these churches here, you do not want to deal with. Numerous of people committed suicide behind them church, stalking them so much that some of these people end up committed suicide behind it. And why? And the church ended up being sued so much. So it was so many women sued the Scientology. Let me tell you, the number of women has sued the Church of Scientology allegations of various of complaints of including human trafficking, rape, forced labor, and child abuse. So they've been raped, they've been abused, they was using it for human trafficking, even human trafficking, and they did this legally. In 2009, two former Sea Oregon employees, Mark and Clary Headley, sued the Church of Scientology for allegedly human trafficking. This in 2009. So they've been doing a whole lot of human trafficking on women in this Scientology church. It was a bunch of molestation of little boys, molestation of little girls, using them and doing human trafficking with these people. Like I said, this church ain't nothing but devils. That's a devil's church, 100% plain and simple. Everybody need to listen to this. Y'all need to listen to this. Don't do it. You can go to. I'm gonna tell you. I'm advising you to go to a non-popular church. They got churches all over your neighborhood, all in your local church. Do not go to these churches that been on TV. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. All those people on TV, all those popular churches been on TV, and they signed by the Illuminati. They under the Illuminati. They down with the cause. They down with the cause. Plain and simple. They can deny it. They can turn the story around all you want to. This is my point of view here. This church is part of the Mason. It's part of the Masonic temple of Scientology. They friends with the governor. They say best friend. And they also knows your every move. If you quit the church and you decide you gonna go out there, let me tell you something. I was about to go up. I was this close. I went in there to apply. They asked me, you have $50. So they tried to press me to pay them the $50. And I told them that I don't have it on me, but when I get paid, I'll give it to you. When I left, I felt vibes. I felt very bad vibes about that building. When I went in to test them. Who the hell trying to press me to send them $50? Then you turn around, you give them $50, then they want more money. Then they want more money. And after your money is gone, you got some Scientology will kick you out. They will kick you out. They are a bunch of users. They evil. And a friend had told me, shout out to my friend. My friend had told me not to attend to that because they were stalking you. I said, for real? And I knew then, I said, yeah. And when I went in there, I felt vibes. I felt bad vibes. Some telling me, don't do it. By the grace of God, God told me, don't do it. Send me out of here. Hit the like button. They send me out of here. I've been sent out of that building. And I never returned again. So whatever paper I had, I tore them papers up. I tore the ticket up. I tore everything up. I said, oh no. They're going to ruin my life. They're going to have me as a slave. They will have you missing. You will not see your family again. This, like I said, you'll be missing. You're not going to see your family again. And not a good thing. So, but I'm gonna walk past by there one of these days, whenever I feel like it. But by going in there, if I see somebody else going there, I'm gonna tell them, stop. Do not go in. You do not. This is not funny. Do not go in. You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it. I'm saving you from slavery. I'm saving you for this evil church. They can have all the main events, all the party. They can do all that all they want to. But when you go deep into it, you're going to become a slave. You're going to become a slave. 100%. They're going to ruin your life. They're going to mess up your life. They're going to have you do all types of things. They're going to have you inside of a prison where you cannot, for a long time, you'll be missing. And all they're going to do, they're going to deny it. They're going to put them squirrel busters out there on you to follow you and spying at your house. Go knocking at your neighbor's door, just like they did that man in Texas. In Texas. He had to get into it with them. And they end up, the police end up putting handcuffs on him. He had a warrant out for his arrest, but they let him out. They let him out, though, the very next day, probably. Leaders don't mess with this organization. Because sooner or later, this organization is heading to its last leg. So now, even though it's a lot of people attend this damn thing, but you do not want to have, because that's why they have it all over the world, because they plan is to put everybody in that dang on organization and then mess their lives up. Why we got, whereas 1,000 more churches out here all over the world was $1 trillion business. Look at Crenshaw Christian Center by Reverend Price. Celebrities go in that church. Right off of Vermont Avenue. Right off of Vermont. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. Do not go in that church. It saves you time. It saves you all this problem. Hit the like button. So many people, and if people couldn't take it no more, they had to commit suicide because of these people here. And their lives been destroyed messing with this church. So we're gonna do so thank you for watching Real Talk Gospel. God love you. God bless you. Amen. Amen.